Welcome to your Wide Open Excursions orientation. Let's introduce you to your Wide Open Tour Car. While our cars are different from your street car, many of the controls are easy to understand, and this video will help you become more familiar with the ones that are new. The first step in preparing to drive a wide open tour car is to get fitted for a special filtered air helmet. Ask your tour guide for assistance with this process if needed. First, make sure the helmet fits properly. The proper fit is snug but not tight. The helmet cushion should hold your cheeks firmly but comfortably. The last step is to attach the helmet skirt, which helps to keep the dust out. Once you've settled into the suspension seat, begin the process of fitting yourself into the car by adjusting the seat forward or back with a slider lever located under the seat. A good rule of thumb for seat placement is to stretch your arms until your wrist touches the steering wheel. Also, make sure you can push the clutch pedal all the way to the pedal stop. Now you'll need to begin to secure the 5-point safety harness. Begin by placing both shoulder harnesses over your shoulders, making sure they have no twists. Grab the left side of the lap belt and assemble the metal retainers onto the metal tab in this order: left shoulder harness, anti-submarine belt, then the right shoulder harness. Latch the right lap belt onto the entire assembly, tightening the long lever until it clicks into place. Next, cinch the lap belt tightly across your hips and pelvis, not suspended by your shoulder harness, by pulling on the 2 lap belt straps. Make sure the belt is very tight and stays low to your torso, right around the area of your belt buckle. The next safety step needed before heading into wide open country is to secure the side window netting. Grab the net and insert the rod into the hole located on the safety cage just behind your head. Secure the net by clipping the buckle firmly into the special mounting tab. Now that you're safely harnessed into your tour car, you are free to study the racing-inspired carbon fiber dashboard. Directly in front of you is a 4-spoke steering wheel. However, unlike your street car, it is very important to keep your thumbs up and not interlock them onto the spokes. Next, take a look at the instruments designed to monitor your car's vital operational functions. From left to right, a 10,000 RPM tachometer, oil pressure gauge, water temperature gauge, voltmeter, and a fuel level gauge. Despite our best efforts, the fuel gauges don't always work correctly, but don't worry, our staff will make sure you don't run out of gas. The most important communications tool you have is a powerful VHF radio to communicate with your guide and fellow guests. Let's begin by turning the unit on. This is accomplished by pushing the blue button on the lower middle section of the unit. When functioning, the LCD channel indicator will come on. Adjust the volume to a 9 o'clock position for an initial volume setting. Don't worry, if the radio sounds a little out at first, you will need the extra volume later when the cars are up and running. You can adjust the channels on the radio with 2 white up and down arrow buttons. Wide Open Tours usually operates on channel 13 Walrus. The secondary channel is channel 12. To transmit your car, simply push one of the 2 black buttons located on each side of the dash firmly and hold until finished. You can speak directly into the microphone located in your helmet. Next, let's put on your helmet. Secure the helmet by running the chin strap through the double D rings and securing it by running it properly through the second D ring, tightening and pulling the strap snug. Once everything is secure and you are ready to go, tighten your shoulder harnesses securely but not too tight. The next step is to hook up the air hose and radio connection. Grab the flexible hose and wiggle it firmly onto the air inlet located on the left side of your helmet. Attach the radio connection by firmly clipping the male and female leads together. To make sure your radio is transmitting, your guide will conduct a radio check. Now it is time to adjust your intercom. Simply switch both knobs on the unit to the 6 o'clock position. You can adjust individual helmet volume just by turning the knobs. The intercom system makes it easy to talk with your driving partner. One note is that when you are transmitting using the VHF radio, your driver partner cannot hear you. If it is important information, share it on the intercom. Next, turn your attention to the GPS located in the center of the dash. This special tool will help you find your way, locating your position and providing you miles per hour and mileage figures. While your unit has many functions for most applications, simply turn on the unit by pressing the power switch located on the bottom right. Pressing the power switch a second time will illuminate the unit for easier reading. The GPS unit also allows a user to zoom in and zoom out. For a closer view of the trail, simply press ZIN or Z-I-N. For a wider look, press Z out. The dimensions of the screen mileage will change with each push of one of these buttons. Located below the GPS system is a row of clearly marked switches. These control a number of functions for the car. The main switch you'll need is the helmet air switch, which pumps filtered air directly into your helmet. To start your tour car, locate the ignition switch and turn the switch upward. The orange alternator light and the red oil pressure light should illuminate. These will turn off once your car starts. If one of these lights come on while driving, it is crucial to pull over immediately and ask a guide for assistance. Once the ignition switch is on, make sure the clutch is depressed and push the black starter button. There are 4 pedals in your wide open tour car. From right to left are the throttle, brake, clutch, and dead pedal, which is used as a footrest when not switching gears. Make sure to use the dead pedal for your left foot and please don't ride the clutch. The proper operation of the transmission is vital for having a great tour. The transmission unit is rugged, but needs to be taken well care of by the drivers. The car has 4 forward gears that are located in the standard H pattern. First gear is to the top left, with second located by shifting downwards. Third is located in the upper right, and fourth down to the right. You can find reverse by pressing down, left, and up. It is important not to use a deep grip on the shift knob. Rather, shift gingerly but positively by using 3 fingers as shown. Basically, don't jam the gears. We hope you enjoy your wide open excursion. Following the steps learned here will make your time more exhilarating and comfortable.
Here in Baja, you get to see everything. There's places we're going to take you that you wouldn't even imagine that it's Baja. People think of Baja as desert. We have pine forest, we have beach, we have Pacific Sea of Cortez. We do have the desert sand washes. We have everything, and it's all like extremely fun. And you'll get to do it in 3 days. That's the most amazing things. I mean, you're gonna be doing the desert, and then I'm gonna take you up to like 5,700 feet, and you're gonna be in the pine forest. Awesome driving. It's just a cool experience.
Expect the unexpected.
Basically, you need to be heads up all the time.
Anytime you're driving down here, you come around the corner, you're going to be amazed at the things you see.
You're going to have cows, you're going to have horses, traffic. I mean, it's all out there.
As long as you expect the unexpected, you're okay.
Definitely drive as far as you can see. That's probably the most important rule we have out here.
Anytime you can't see clear road, whether it's a blind rise, a blind corner, it's just like they tell you in driver education, you've got to adjust your speed for the conditions. Blind rises and blind corners, you don't know what's on the other side of them.
You can't assume that if you're going to go over a rise, the road's going to keep going straight. It won't. I mean, especially roads down here in Mexico, they don't make any sense.
You always got to be ready to put the brakes on in the furthest point in the road you see. You just can't assume anything when you're driving. You got to see the road. You have to be able to see the road.
Follow our rule. Drive only as far as you can see, and it'll keep you safe.
The #1 cause of accidents, and it goes with driving further than you can see, is dust. Do not drive in the dust.
I was in the dust of a Class 8 truck, and I said, like, I got this. And then, boom, I just felt it. There was a huge hole that I didn't see, and I ruined a perfectly good suspension and a race. So.
Okay, we're not racing down here. We're on an adventure. We're out to have a good time, and part of the good time is not, repairing the car because you didn't see something and you drove into a big hole or you drove off the edge of a cliff.
Dust is the enemy out here. Do not drive in the dust. Basically, yeah, it is fun to catch up to someone, but it's not safe, and sooner or later you're gonna hit something.
We've had people hit car-sized boulders or tire-sized boulders because they were 6 inches over to the right from their buddy, that they were following, like, right in his dust cloud, and they couldn't see it.
The guy you're chasing, the guy that you're trying to like catch up to, that you're faster than him, of course, but he has a clear view of everything in front of him. Okay, he will see rocks, he will see a hole, he will see a sharp turn, whatever. But you don't see that. You're just on the gas trying to catch up to him. You're in his dust, and sooner or later you're gonna hit one of those rocks, holes, or won't make that turn, and it's gonna get really ugly.
You just got to stay out of the dust, stay way back, whatever it takes. People say, how far do I drive behind the vehicle in front of me? And we tell them as far back as it takes to stay out of his dust and you can see the road clear, and or you have time to stop your vehicle if something happens to him and he has to stop. Whatever it takes to stay out of a problem in front of you.
Back off, don't drive in the dust.
The object is to go as fast as you want to go. The object is not to see how fast you can move the steering wheel, or how fast you can move the shift lever, or how fast you can pump the pedals. The object is to make the car go fast. And to do that, you want to be slow and deliberate in the car. Don't come in and jerk the wheel. Don't ram the gearbox down in gear to get it down into the lower gear. Take your time, plan out your moves.
You're not gonna go faster by shifting quickly, by always playing with the steering wheel. You have to be smooth. Don't fight the car. Just be smooth from shifting on the throttle. You'll get there quicker, and you're not gonna break anything.
So if you want to go fast, be smooth on everything. Throttle, clutch, steering, the whole deal. Smooth as fast. A common phrase we use when people get in accidents is running out of talent, or driving over your head. And over your head means basically your skills aren't as good as the speed that you're going.
They drive over their heads, and the one thing they don't understand is that it's just not them. Yeah, sure, they're gonna have to pay for something because they're gonna break something, but they're ruining the trip for them, for their co-drivers, and for our crew, for the rest of the clients. Maybe they don't even know them, and we're all there stopping them, and we're gonna fix their car, and it's gonna take a couple hours. Probably end up driving a few miles on the highway to make up for that time we lost on the road.
So as long as you can kind of keep a little bit under your maximum skill level, you're going to probably drive all day long, never have a problem. You're going to be smooth and no accidents, no damage to the car. You're not going to be any big checks at the end of the trip.
Yeah, definitely the trip is not all about driving, though it's probably the most fun you'll ever have, but the whole thing, the culture, the views, just having fun with your friends. I'm sure this is going to be the best experience you've ever done.